It's a quick video to show how to manually enter a budget. This could be done on, if you already had the budget done out in Excel and you could roughly equate your cost heads over from the budget, or if somebody gave you a printed out cost head report, for example here. Obviously the way to do this particular budget will be to import this over, but that's the other method. This is the handball quick method that's done so that we can always have a budget in against the system regardless. So we're going to have a number of steps here. We've got 9 steps here. So we're going to log into RedSky, select finance, go into contracts ledger, select budgets, amend that budget, choose a desired contract, then we go create to create the first cost head. We add the cost heads and then we press create, add another one, add another one, etc. Make sure you add labour and prelims. Now have a look at those. Now we're going to go in and actually just follow those steps. So we've logged in now, we've gone to finance, gone to contracts ledger and budgets. Now we're going to go amend budget. First thing to do here now is select a contract. Before you go create, you have to select the contract. So we just pick an old contract here. We're going to add in about 8 or 9 cost heads here at 6 levels. We're going to have it's going to be an electrical one. We're going to go for some distribution boards, mains cable and PVC cable, a general services cost head. Lighting will go for ordinary, emergency and external. We'll put in some prelims, some tool and plant hire and some labour. So we're going to start now. The first thing we put in, it will be distribution boards. Now we know that to be ESW DB XX. And when we just press tab now, we'll go on to and distribution boards comes up automatically. We don't type that in, and then we put in 15,000. So if the cost head you've typed in is correct, when you tab into the name field and then tab over to the budget field, the name will automatically appear. If it doesn't, you have the wrong cost head and you need to adjust the cost head field. We can type some comments in there if we want. For example, may come out or may change. The next cost head, we're going to put in some SWA cable. So that's going to be ECA for cable, SW for SWA, LS for low smoke factor, and then XX. And then we'll put 4,000 in for that. Then we put in some PVC cable, which will be E, CA for cable, PV for PVC, LS for LSF, and then XX. And we put in 3,000 there. Next one will be a quick one. It'll just be general services. So you press create every time. So it'll be EGS, AA, XX, XX. And we'll put 6,500 in there. Next one will be lighting. Now we're going to go the long route here for lighting. If you don't know your cost heads, we're going to pick it out. So we're going to have ELI for lighting, and then we're going to have ordinary, emergency and external. So we want to go into ELI, and the first thing we're going to pick is we pick emergency lighting general, ELI MA XXXX, and we put 7,100 in against that. Then we'll go in and we'll still have to put in ordinary and external. So we go down to ELI and we have ordinary lighting. So ELI AA XXXX, and that's going to be 5,100. And then we just manually pop in some external lighting. So that'll just be following the same pattern: ELI EX AA XX. And we put 22,000 in there. Next thing to put in is some labour. So it's electrical job, so it'll be E, LA for labour, and ST for site. And we put 41,000 in there for that. 2 more things to put in. That's prelims. We're going to put in tool and plant hire and general miscellaneous prelims. Now the tool and plant hire is just TAPOS XX XX. And we'll just put 5,000 in there, and that will cover plant hire, access, etc. Now for prelims, we're just going to put in PRL, and we're going to go MI for miscellaneous XXXX. Then we'll put 20,000 in there. Now that is a very quick budget. We're going to go in and just have a look at the different prelims that we could put in if we wanted. We might just add another one in, but we just quickly added miscellaneous just for the sake of it. But if we go into prelims, we see that this is where we keep our commissioning, our project manager fees, etc. They all go in there. So that's it. That's the budget added in quickly. If we go out of that now, we can see how we go back into it again and how we can select it. So we'll close it. Now we'll have no procurement against this job to compare to it because it's an old job on purpose. So we just follow the same route. Click to amend budget. When you click down the contract number, you're going to pick the same job and it's going to bring up the budgets that you've done against that job already, which is what we have there. So that's the end of this video.